Alrighty, Eric. So I heard you have a lot more chargers somewhere in the back, or a lot of chargers in general. What else you got?
A few.
Yeah.
Aside from my driving projects I have future projects that I need to get to that I have yet to do anything with yet. So let's go take a look at them.
Cool. What's the first one we're checking out?
So we're checking out my 1973 Dodge Charger. It's a base model, not an SE, which the SE was a more common model in that year. So this doesn't have those opera windows. So it's a true two-door hardtop, which I personally like better.
Yeah, so that means there's no like pillar in between?
Yeah. And so with what I want to do with it, it's actually needed.
Well, that thing's pretty ugly.
Yes, it is. It's very ugly, actually. So if you just close your eyes and talk about this car, it's really cool. So it is a factory 400 two-barrel car, so it's a factory big block, 727, bucket seats, console floor shift car. 8 3/4 rear axle, 323 open. So it's got the spirit of the muscle car in it, except for it's the same color as a turd.
So what's the plans with the color then?
So plans for the color is black.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to painting that, but I'll do my best.
Yeah.
The reason I want to do black is I'm going to do black with a white interior, 6-pack hood scoop, Magnum 500 wheels. And for those of you who know what I'm referencing there, I'm going to build a Burn Notice clone out of this car. For the Burn Notice car, they used a couple cars in filming. A couple of them had different ones, but overall they were almost all the same. They were all basically rattle canned white, which is more or less what I'm going to do. But I have pretty much all the interior for this car. I just need to get new seat covers and probably seat foam for these. And I'll end up redoing the whole interior in white as well.
Yeah. Does every one of your cars have a broken window?
Almost all of them, yes. For some reason, that seems to be a trend of mine.
Yeah, and you used to be an auto glass guy?
I did used to do auto glass, yes.
And now you don't anymore at all.
And now I don't.
That's
yeah. So, yep. Now it just makes sense.
Yep.
Like the mechanic in the small town driving the crappiest car.
Yep. Sweet. What was the story of this car like before you got it, or how'd you get it?
So I found this on Craigslist. A friend of mine actually sent it to me. I woke up to a message, hey, you gotta check this car out. And it was posted that morning. So I think this has been my quickest purchase so far. I think it was 6 hours after it was posted for sale. I was loading it up on my trailer.
Nice. That's pretty good.
So, but yeah, a guy posted it up. It was a project that he had laying around for many years. And he ended up kind of same thing a lot of people do. I don't think I'm ever going to get around to this, so I just wanted to sell it. So he posted up for a pretty good deal. And I told him, well, I don't have quite that much money, but I do have cash and a trailer. And so he said, okay, let's meet up. And I went up and got this for, at the time, I don't even remember what I paid for it. I got a really good deal though. And paid him cash and loaded it up.
It looks like somebody was trying to hot rod it at some point. The stickers, you got some little custom gauges sitting around here.
Custom gauges, yeah, it's got dual exhaust under it. According to, I don't have a fender tag for this car, so, but with it being a two-barrel car, it should have been a single exhaust car. It does have dual exhaust that comes out before the rear tires with glass packs, so it has had a little bit of hot rod work to it.
They're going for the sleeper kind of.
Somebody loved the wheels on it, because they even went so far to put locking lug nuts on them, of which that's one thing I've already done. I had to weld a nut to them to get those off, because these are the most hideous, god-awful wheels. I think I hate them so much.
Yeah, those are pretty bad. What are these? They look like a Chrysler, like 90s Chrysler of some sort.
You're dead on, I think.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they are.
So let's look under the hood, I guess.
So, it is not exactly exciting, but it is at the same time. Still sporting a two-barrel carburetor. I think it's a Holly. Originally, this car should have been, or this engine should have been blue. Somebody has painted it orange, and I haven't really done enough investigations to it as to if it's just the intake and top end here, or if the side's actually blue. Yeah. But this did run and drive when I got it. Very poorly, but it did. I've since then robbed a few parts off of it for some of my other projects.
Got chrome valve covers.
It's got chrome valve covers, yeah. But yeah, my plan is I want to dress this up, because they never really did show the engine in the TV show Burn Notice. There was a couple kind of background pictures of it, and you could tell it was a blue small block. But there's one episode, it was early on, where he references his car having a 400 in it. And ironically enough, I think they had 5 stunt cars they used. None of them had 400, even though that's the only thing he ever referenced in the show.
Well, it doesn't sound too cool when you 360. And everyone that sees a mopar, they're like, that thing got a big block, or
318 or 360. Yeah, small block. But yeah, being a Charger, so I used to have a 74 Charger, so I do have a soft spot for these body styles. And having had the 74, it had a 360 in it when I bought it. And being a Mopar Charger, people just assumed it either had a big block or a 440. And constantly I had to say no. And it was very discouraging.
Yeah.
So I will keep the 400 in it.
Yeah. Are you keeping the Holly, or what are you going to do with that?
Definitely going 4-barrel. So I've got a couple intakes laying around.
Yeah.
I'll probably run an Edelbrock.
Okay.
Good simple carb.
Sweet.
I'll probably end up keeping the exhaust manifolds, or I may go headers. I'm not really sure on that yet. But I do want to more or less dress it up as a relatively stock motor. So this isn't going to be a hot rod of a car. I just want this to be a good cruiser. So it'll be like I said, it'll be a burn notice car. So it'll just be a good, clean looking car.
So, is just parts you've collected over time, or what?
Yeah, so I've not a few of them at least. One of them I was able to find is the grill inserts.
It's like pretty good shape.
They are beautiful, man.
Chrome looks pretty good still.
Yeah, amazingly. Yeah, they're not perfect, but they are pretty damn nice. I remember I found them on eBay, and it was one of those searches where I was like several searches into another search, just kind of randomly finding stuff, and it was under kind of a weird name, like not traditionally what you'd look at, like grills or inserts or anything like that, when I found these. And so I think that's partially why I got them so cheaply, because they were on a bid, if I remember correctly, and they were almost up. And so I put a bid on them and won them.
I don't think I've ever won anything with a bid. The only way I buy things on eBay is just buy it now.
Almost, yeah. There's a few things I've gotten that have amazingly gotten on bids. So, and then I've got a few miscellaneous pieces of chrome. I've actually had a whole bunch more chrome off of this car that I ended up selling on eBay myself, because the burn notice car, they ended up taking most of the chrome off of the car and just ran the back glass chrome, the windshield chrome, and then the bumpers. All the other chrome they got rid of off the car. So,
Nice.
Yeah, got them, got the tail lights.
Radio?
Got a radio. Not correct, but it's era correct, so it might end up in the car.
Yeah. Sweet. The car looks pretty rust-free, though.
It is very rust-free. It's got some rust in the quarter panels. Floorboards are solid. The passenger door is hit. So is the driver fender.
I saw a little wave somewhere right here.
It's got some waves in the quarter panel. It's got, I believe it's a little bit of hail damage.
Okay.
The biggest thing is the roof is rusted out. This was a half top. I think they called those Landau tops or something like that.
Yeah.
It's the half vinyl top, and they were just goofy and silly looking. But because of that, it rusted out the roof. So I actually do have another roof for this car that I purchased. So that'll be actually a really fun project that I want to do, which is changing a roof skin. So I've never done that, and that should make for a good video, I believe.
Yeah, for sure.
And one thing a lot of people do, which drives me nuts, is a lot of old cars collect shit on the roofs, and things on there isn't the biggest deal, but keep it light. But so many people stack heavy things up there, and it just eventually collapses the roof in. And when it does that, you get to the edge here, and you get these crease lines. And this has it all the way around the roof, and even the structure that goes across on the inside is bent down because so much stuff has been set on this roof. And I would like to add as well, I get a lot of people that ask me, I tell them about this car, and I have a love and passion for this car, and a lot of people don't get it. This body style isn't the most popular, but I do have a soft spot for this body style. My first Charger that I owned was a 74. It was an SE. It was a car that I built with my dad, and it was one that just, I liked it, but then I got into other cars, and I actually, when I originally built it, I wanted to build the burn notice car. But being an SE, it needed too much work, too many other modifications, and we ended up kind of going a different route with it. And I then eventually ended up selling it after I had purchased this car. And so with that being my first car, I really do have a soft spot for these. And having owned it, it really, and being able to actually work on it, I think that's what helps so much. it's really made me appreciate the styling that went into these cars, especially with this base model with the window. There's so many styling elements that were taken from the 68 to 70 Chargers off of this and put into this platform.